Happy Wednesday, everybody. Dustin Ward here, aka D-Truth, coming to you live and direct on Facebook Live from my basement, giving you your morning cup of truth. Alright, I'm gonna let my hair down because it looks all wild. Sometimes I like to do it with my hair up, other times I like to do it down. And guys, I'll tell you what, I gotta finger brush it every day to prevent it from dreading. I do not want dreads. I don't want dreads. Oh, alright. Man, my quads are still on fire from working out like 2 days ago. What's up, Adam? Good morning. Glad you're up watching me, joining me. Thank you. I'm just finger brushing my hair out real quick because it feels wild right now. All right, let me pull up this chat really quick so we can get that going. Don't get dreads. Dude, that's what I just said. I don't know if you tuned in early enough to hear me say, I do not want dreads. I'm not going to get dreads, I promise. Let me see. That's episode 10. Just trying to get this live chat going. That way when people start viewing in. What's up, Zach? Thank you for joining in, homie. If anything resonates with you guys or any of that shit, feel free to drop a comment. It really helps me at the end. I can go back through and read the comments and kind of feed off the energy that y'all have. Of course, it's not popping up yet, though. Where is it at? Just trying to get this live chat going real quick. And it should be here soon. That's so weird. I don't understand that. Man, technology and me don't necessarily go hand in hand all the time. Yesterday, for some reason, while I was recording my buddy Matt Foy, so I designed this super badass template, had all these bus tracks with reverb and delay on them. The template was solid. And then he came over to record, and while I was trying to record him on that template, it wouldn't let me do it for some reason. I had to open up a new session. So I'm telling you guys, technology is not necessarily my best friend, but I always overcome. Yeah, it's not popping up for some reason. That is so bizarre. I don't understand that. Yesterday I was having no problems with my chat. I woke up, it looks like they might have updated Facebook, and now I can't get it going. Maybe if I scroll down here. I mean, I guess the chat's not the most important thing, but it's really helpful. I really like it. It's pretty nice. So let me try this one more time. Here, I'm just gonna quit this and open it up again. We'll try it from the beginning. Okay. So what's everybody up to this morning? What are you doing, Adam? Thank you guys for being patient with me. There we go. There it is. I knew I could get it, guys. It was Facebook was looking all weird. It was full screening on me. I'm not sure what was going on. So, I'm here. But yeah, all right, so what are we talking about today, guys? We're talking about complaining. And what is complaining? It's expressed dissatisfaction or annoyance about a state of affairs or an event. Guys, I'm not free from guilt in this matter whatsoever. With all this stuff, with all these morning cups of truth, you guys have to remember that I'm 27 years old. I am super fucking young. But I have been through a little bit, and I know a little bit, and I'm sharing my little bit. These are just things topics, broad topics that pop into my head where I'm I feel like I could talk about that. So yeah, I'm not free from guilt. And a good example of a complaint, and one complaint that I had recently, actually just last night, Aldi's was selling almond nog. And I got super pumped. I was ooh, I love almond milk. I bet almond nog's super badass too. So I bought a carton of it, came home, poured it. As I was pouring it, I could tell that it was not going to be up to standards. It was all watery. And guys, that was it. It tasted like water flavored eggnog. It was super bizarre. I did not like the almond nog. But I have a solution to that complaint. And that's what all this is about. Is it's okay to complain, but provide a solution. Think about how you're going to move forward. Don't just get stuck in the complaint phase. My solution to that is just go buy fucking eggnog. You know what I mean? It's that simple. Unless you like the almond nog, that's all. But that's all perception, and I mean, that's really like goes with any complaint. All right, so one thing when I'm like scrolling through the interwebs, what up, Araby? Good morning. When I'm scrolling through the interwebs, I see a lot of my homies, and like when I'm just like talking to people about music in general and stuff. Mind you, I'm like friends with a lot of like hip hop kids and hip hop heads and stuff. But I hear a lot of people complaining about the state of hip hop. And that's just like so mind-boggling to me, guys, because like I've been following hip-hop. I mean, I've been a hip-hop fan since I was in 4th grade, you know what I mean? And it's just like I've seen the progression and like what's taking place. And guys, right now I feel like hip-hop's in its prime. There's so many good artists out there, and like what I have to say is, for those that like are complaining about the state of hip-hop, like, you're not looking in the right place. You're not broadening your horizon enough and like searching out there. There's like some new wave kids that have like, their lyricism is incredible and their flow and like all that. I mean, it's out of this world. But a lot of like the complaints that I hear from like, you know, other artists and stuff, or like, you got to have money to make it. Everybody thinks that like you need money to make it. You need the best equipment. You need this. You need that. Guys, like, when we were playing shows when we were 14, when we'd roll up, we knew the people with, like, 2 half stacks, like, the kids our age with, like, 2 half stacks, like, fucking 12-piece drum, bringing their own microphones, like, we knew that those bands were typically the ones that sucked the most, because, like, their parents just bought them all the equipment at that age. And it was the ones that, like, truly honed in on the craft and didn't worry about the equipment that they were bringing that like were typically the badass ones. And I don't know, I think the same can go for like hip hop, guys. Like I was talking to my little brother, Damien, not too long ago. And I was like, yo, like, why the fuck aren't you recording any music? I mean, he's got like the face tats, the hand tats, like he has like that new hip hop look. And like I've seen him talk about recording hip hop music for a long time. But he's never actually put anything out there. And I finally asked him the other day, because I've just been like, you know, kind of opening up to people a little bit more. What's up, Ross? Good morning, brother. Or good night to you, I guess. I forget. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's good night to you. But, yeah, like my brother, I asked him, I'm like, why aren't you recording any hip hop? He's like, I don't have the equipment. And I was like, what kind of phone do you have? He was like, I have an iPhone. I was like, dude, do you have fucking GarageBand on it? Download GarageBand, plug a pair of headphones in, and you're fucking golden, man. Like, that's all you need to create hip-hop. There's tutorials on YouTube how to make hip-hop songs on GarageBand on your iPhone. Like, the equipment does not matter whatsoever. What matters is the content that you're putting behind it and the feeling that you have. For these Cup of Truth videos, man, I'm using my iPhone 7 and a pair of AirPods. I'm planning on, like, upping that here very soon, but it's just like, you don't want to come out swinging and set the standards so high that you have to like meet them the next time. I mean, all right, like a good example of that is when you're running the mile in high school. Like in the beginning of the semester, like when you would like run the mile, you would take as long as you possibly could, take 13, 14, 25 fucking minutes to run a mile. Like, we know it doesn't take that long to run a mile, but you set the standards low in the beginning. That way, when you do it at the end of the semester, like, it's a fucking breeze. And yeah, guys, I mean, the same can be said for, like, any kind of craft or art in general. If you want to start painting, start fucking painting in your notebook, you know? Fucking melt down some crowns. I don't fucking know. You know, just start anywhere. Another complaint that I hear, like, hip-hop heads say, what up, Sarah? Good morning. Thank you for tuning in. Another complaint that I hear, like, hip-hop kids say is that it doesn't take talent. You just got to use auto-tune. I've only had somebody put auto-tune on my voice once, but I'll tell you what, like, it's not easy. Like, it's not easy whatsoever. You have to know what you're doing for auto-tune to, like, fucking work. And a lot of that comes from, like, the engineer side of things, too. But, you gotta, like, know how to sing a little bit for auto-tune to sound fucking cool. And it's just like, that's such a cop-out fucking statement, though, too, is that it doesn't take talent, it just takes, like, auto-tune or money. And it's, I mean, in my mind, that's just the artist not listening to the audience. Like, if the audience isn't digging your music and you're not getting a whole lot of traction, then it's probably because you're doing something wrong, man. And if you're doing something right, then like focus on the right things and don't focus on the bad. What's another complaint that I hear hip hop kids say? Nobody cares unless you make it. Well, guys, nobody's made it by people not fucking caring. So, I mean, everybody kind of starts at the bottom. There's a few instances where, you know, people blow up online in like 6 months. But still, during those 6 months, it's, you know, it's a come up. It's a fucking come up. And most people, it takes fucking like 10, fucking 25, you know, 5, 10, 20 years for anything to like really start popping off, man. Like, we are all, like, I know everybody joining right now. What up, John? Good morning. That's my uncle. You know, we're all young as fuck, man, and like, we want everything right now. But like, we have to learn some fucking patience behind this, because like, we're not gonna get anywhere thinking that we're the best and like our shit don't stink. You know, like, we have to listen to like the constructive criticism that people are giving us and like push forward and just stay consistent. I had a guy tell me yesterday, he's like, I seen you've been like pushing out those Cup of Truth videos. I was like, yeah, man, I figure I'll probably have to do like fucking 300 to 1,000 before anything really starts happening with them. You know, like, that's the mindset that I have, though. It's just like, I don't care if like it doesn't immediately take off. I'm going to stay persistent. I'm going to find my niche and everything's going to be cool. So, I've heard a lot of people bitch about that, and I've never really heard them provide any solution about how they're going to overcome those obstacles. Again, those obstacles with like the hip-hop kids could be like, you got to have money to make it, it doesn't take talent, it just takes like auto-tune, and nobody cares unless you make it. But I don't like hear any solutions on that. My solution to it is just quit fucking bitching, man. Just focus on your craft, put out your craft, listen to your audience, and stay consistent. But my biggest complaint within the hip-hop community, which I do have a solution for, is live hip-hop shows, guys. Motherfuckers are just doing karaoke over their own songs, dude. I've seen so many hip-hop artists straight up lip-sync. Like, and people accept that shit. It's so mind-boggling to me. All right, so I get it if you're like and I think the reason a lot of people do that is because that's what a lot of the mainstream artists do. When you go to like a mainstream show, like typically they have like it's just basically the track and they're like doing the fucking vocals over it. I don't understand that. I do understand that. I started out doing it that way, and then somebody told me it was super fucking whack, and I started thinking about it, and I'm like, you know what, you're right. Like, this is a live show. It should be able to like show off like the abilities that I have. So now when I perform, guys, like, I don't have any backing tracks, like no choruses recorded, nothing, which can sometimes prove to be like a big pain in the ass. And I've had people be like, well, what if people can't understand me at the live shows? What if they can't hear my lyrics because, you know, the mix isn't right or whatever? Tough fucking shit, man. I promise you that they're going to have more respect for you if you're up there trying than if you're up there just lip singing. Like, I promise you. So that's one of my biggest complaints about hip-hop shows, guys. It's just like, I think the culture has allowed people to slack off and not really like practice their art enough. And, you know, I think we just need to hold everybody to higher standards when it comes to shows. It's just, you know, like, I see, you know, for as many people as I see that like do this like karaoke style live show, I also see a significant amount like really giving it their all and like committing to the show. And I think that's fucking beautiful. So, you know, you're going to have it both ways in this world, but to anybody out there that like might not be getting any traction or anything, like at your live shows, think about that, man. Like, think about it. I promise it'll make a difference. If you're a karaoke hip hop artist, like, somebody's talking shit about you. Like, somebody's talking shit. All right, so that was like kind of about like complaints that I see in the hip hop world. And you know, I talk about hip hop a lot because like that's my passion is music. I love looking up like hip hop videos. Eventually, I'd like to start doing like hip hop like music video like reviews and shit, like song reviews, maybe some live streaming where like, you know, some motherfuckers send me in songs and we listen to them live. But yeah, so that's why I talk about hip hop a lot. Another thing that I see people complain about a lot are complaints about work. Guys, if you don't like it, find something fucking new. And you know, I understand like some of us like get put in situations where it's a lot easier said than done. And trust me, guys, like I said, I'm not guilt-free of any of this. Like, I've been like a complainer like the majority of the past like 6 fucking years. I've been just like bitching about shit. It's only been within the past like couple months where I've started pulling myself out of this. But guys, if you don't like the fucking work you're doing, then try to fucking change it, man. Like, you know, I had my homie Adam, he would tell me like he had a couple homies that would like constantly be complaining about work, and his advice was always like, well, just start putting out other applications to other places and see if you can find something better. You know what I mean? Like, and I know, like I said, it's a lot easier said than done sometimes, but it's just like, if you're complaining about work, like I was complaining about work all the fucking time, man, and I had the coolest goddamn job you could probably have in Muncie. Like, I was managing the most badass fucking music venue within like a 30-mile fucking radius. Probably like, I'd say like a 100-mile radius. Like, it's, you know, it was a really cool fucking gig, and I liked it a lot, but, you know, just something about me being at the top of like in charge in that kind of situation, it just wasn't good for my mental health whatsoever. And it really started affecting me like this past year and a half. And so eventually I just had to say, all right, like, I'm going to step away. And like I said in yesterday's episode, like, that was really fucking hard for me, guys. That was my identity for like my entire adult life. Like, I worked there for a very long time, and that was who I was. You know, I was like the manager or door guy at Be Here Now. When I left Be Here Now, like, I didn't have anything lined up. Shout out my homie Dave. He put me on to like a AT&T position that was opening up. And I applied for that. And actually, funny story, like, I did a video like interview thing that you got to do to like submit your application for AT&T. And guys, I bombed it like significantly. I was not good in front of the camera whatsoever. I never got a call back or anything. And I feel really blessed that I did not get that call back from AT&T, guys, because like, I just know me in a corporate field is not gonna work. And not getting that job really lit a fire under my ass and made me start thinking about this HempWorks opportunity with Paige a lot more. And it started getting me to think outside the box, and it turned into this, and it's going to turn into other things. And it's just like, I love my work now, guys. I wake up excited every fucking morning to come on here and talk to you guys. Like, I don't stress about it. My goal with like uploading everything to YouTube and like doing the thumbnails and stuff, I've found joy in that shit too. Like, so my strategy is I upload the video to YouTube, and while it's like sitting there processing, my goal is to get the thumbnail done in time by the time the video is done uploading. So within like 10 minutes or so, I'm trying to get this thumbnail done. That way I'm not stressing out about this stuff, man, because like, I don't want it to feel like work, and right now it doesn't feel like work whatsoever. I'm coming on here, I'm talking about life, I'm talking about ideas, and I'm having people message me about life and ideas, and we're moving forward. Since I started this 2.5 weeks ago, I think I've had 4 pre-enrollees, 2 of which have actually signed up as affiliates. That's amazing, guys. Like, that's so cool. Like, I love it. It's awesome. What's up, Piper? You smell really good.
Daddy?
Yeah? Do you want to say hi to the people?
Then
Shout out.
What are we talking about?
Oh, what are we talking about? We're talking about complaining. Do you know what complaining is?
No.
You don't? It's kind of like where people like talk bad about a situation, and they might like, okay, so say that you don't like your food at the end of the night for dinner. And we say like, what do you mean you don't like broccoli? And you're like, no, I don't like the texture of it. I don't like the taste. That would be complaining. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? You look like you got Vaseline rubbed on you this morning. She's got really dry skin, guys, and CBD mixed with the coconut oil Vaseline does wonders for her skin. So anybody out there with dry skin, coconut oil, put like a drop of CBD in it in your hand too. It'll do fucking awesome. But yeah, guys, basically what I'm getting at is like, I'm super pumped about life right now, and I think I've been like projecting that, and my energy's been at like a high radius. Like, everything's been going solid, and I don't know, it feels really good. You know, Paige and I still have our ups and downs. I'd be lying if I didn't say that, you know, but like we're learning about each other, and like we're the most connected that I think we've ever been. So yeah, that's complaints about work, guys. If you don't like it, change it. It's, you know, like I said, I know it's easier said than done. It's definitely about like stepping outside of comfort zones. But I guarantee to get in the position that you're at now, you had to step outside your comfort zone. So you could probably do it again. All right. And then the last like complaint that I had that I hear people talk about, and that I have definitely been guilty of talking about, is complaints about technology. So I used to be super anti like cell phone and like being on it out in public and like all this stuff. Like I just did not understand it until I started making money online. Then it all fucking clicked for me. What's up?
Last time when I was in the video with Mommy, I showed Mommy bills.
What'd you just say? She said last time she was in a video with Mommy, she showed Mommy's boobs. Oh, you were something. You totally sidetracked me. Hey, wait till I'm done talking, all right? And then I'll ask you questions at the end, okay? All right. All right, guys. So complaints about technology. I used to complain about technology all the time. Like, I would bitch at my homies for being on it while they're there, like, while I was hanging out with them. And now I'm the one that's sitting there on technology, like, sitting on my cell phone, like, making, like, Facebook posts, replying to messages while I'm actually hanging out with, like, physical people, or as my homie Adam would say, my analog friends. I think that's kind of funny. Analog friends, digital friends. It's kind of cute. But yeah, guys, I used to complain about technology all the time. But it's just where society's headed, man, and like complaining about it is not going to get us nowhere. We're not going to take a step backwards. It's not going to go back to the time where we're all living in huts and we're like hunting for our food, and you know, this is the way the world's going, and you just gotta become accustomed to it. You gotta learn how to use it correctly and responsibly, and it's really important that people my age and a little bit younger than me learn how to use this properly, because we need to teach people her age how to use this stuff properly, guys. I mean, like the way I see it, Piper, by the time she's 10, 13, could be having a full income coming in through having like a YouTube channel or something. You know, like, I don't want to force anything on her. I'm not trying to live through her, but I just want her to like develop real world skills at a young age. And yeah, guys, like technology is where it's at. I think it's amazing that we're able to make a living being here on Facebook talking to you guys. That's like insane to me. I don't understand it. I remember the first time actually that all my friends around, because I grew up without a cell phone. I didn't get a cell phone until I was 17, 18. I think it was 17. It was when I finally got a job is when I got a cell phone. But I grew up without one. But a lot of my homies started getting them around when I was like 15 years old. So I went like 2 years without a cell phone and all my friends having them. And I remember the first time that I was in like a room and it was like 4 other of my homies. It was like Adam, Brittany, Tom, and maybe another girl. I can't remember exactly. But, hey baby, stop humming, please. Thank you. I love you. You're cute, but I'm just trying to talk and it's distracting. I was in a room with like 4 other people and they were all like texting back and forth while I was sitting in the room with them. And I got so annoyed because I couldn't see what was going on and what the conversation was. And it just felt like they were like, I don't know, talking shit about me or something, which I know they weren't, but they might have, they probably were. Like, but yeah, I mean, hell, the first time that I saw, this is all like stuff that I wanted to talk about during my technology episode that I forgot to, or my social media episode that I forgot to talk about. The first time that I saw anybody playing a video game online, which was a Dreamcast. My homie's like, yo, you can get on the internet on a Dreamcast. And I was just like, that's fucking stupid. Why would anybody need to get on the internet on like a video game system? Like, guys, I was so young, like I didn't I was so young and naive. Like, I was just like a country boy. Like, I did not have the foresight to see where the internet was leading us as a society. I mean, now esports is fucking huge, guys. Like, I think esports is going to be bigger than real fucking sports, like, before too long. I mean, or at least just as big. You know, esports is fucking huge. So yeah, I used to complain about technology all the time, but you know, the ones that got it right are the ones that realized early on that this can be a means of income. We're in a golden era of social media, guys. Like, there's 7 billion people, 7 billion plus people in the world, and like, not a whole lot of them are on Facebook. Like, there's a lot of people on Facebook, but only like a small percentage of like the population and shit. And how many people do you see on here like really doing what I'm doing, or like, you know, you might see other people like doing podcasts and stuff, but like, not a whole lot of people are using social media responsibly, guys. And like, that's something that I think we as a society like really need to like hone in on and figure out how we could build each other up through these platforms, through these free platforms. Guys, like, I was not about Facebook. Like, the whole privacy thing and stuff really got to me, but like, what? I don't know. I guess eventually you just gotta say whatever. Like, what's more important? Like, you know, do you want to progress, or do you want to be stuck and just like miserable? And I felt stuck and miserable until I got on here and like doing this stuff. And I'm not saying that it's for everybody. One thing that I'm really trying to fight too is being on like a moral high ground. The more I learn, the less I'm trying to like come off as like as a prick, I guess. Like, I just don't want to be condescending to anybody. I understand that we're all different people. We all have different things going on. What works for me might not work for you. And I know I haven't done like the greatest job with like some of my friends on that. You know, some of my good friends I know I've pissed off recently because like, you know, I'm just like trying to encourage them to like just step up the attitude and like really start like pushing forward and like think about what they want out of life and stuff. And, you know, I can like see the depression in them, and it really hurts me, and it makes me passionate to like want to help them, but I know I do it in the wrong ways sometimes, guys. Like, and I'm working on that. Like, we can't feel superior just because like we're gaining wisdom. That's not what this is about whatsoever. This is about like helping other people get to the point where they need to get to. So yeah, those are my thoughts on complaining, guys, is that you can complain all you want. That's fine. But think about solutions. Don't get stuck in the complaining phase of life. Like, focus on where you're going, like how that complaint and that dissatisfaction can translate into something beautiful. Like, that's what it's all about. So those are what my notes that I had. I'm going to go through this comment section and we'll talk a little bit more. It's all good. Then I'm going to let Piper close it out because I promised her I'd let her talk at the end if she has anything that she wants to say. All right, so Mia Voss, technology and balance. Yes, that's kind of exactly what I'm getting at. It's just that What's that?
I spilled myself.
It's all right. It's not that bad. Here, you want to sit up here?
Outside, too.
It's okay. Yeah, Mia said, technology and balance. That's exactly what I think it is too. I mean, that goes with anything though, guys. Like, moderation is key. Like, find what works for you and go with it. And that's one thing. That's another thing that I could say I'm guilty of is like, you know, with me learning how to do all this, like I've had to spend a significantly amount more time on the computer and on the phone, like learning how to use these programs and stuff and doing research. I haven't been working as much with my daughter on schoolwork and sight words and coloring and playing with her. I haven't been doing that as much as what I would like to. I still get to do it quite a bit, but it's not as much as like what I want to. And that's one thing where I think like getting into vlogging and stuff will be cool, because vlogging I think vlogging is going to be a lot of fun. Let's see. Can I view previous comments? Okay, let me click on it. Yeah. Ooh. 15 comments. It's only showing me like 4 of the comments, so I don't know what's going on. Like I said, guys, I'm learning all this. Hey, wait. You can't whisper, they can't hear you. Yeah, I can only see like 4 of these comments right now, guys. Oh, I can't wait till I learn how to use all this correctly. It'll go so much more smooth. For those that are just now tuning in or that might not have been here in the beginning, there was a solid like 2 minutes where I was even trying to get my like live stream up. And now it's up and I am not seeing this. So, yeah, guys, I don't know. If you feel inspired whatsoever, though, feel free to contact me. I got opportunities with the CBD business. I'm on a great path with it. Me and Paige are. I think payday's tomorrow, and we're going to share that information, which I know that's weird, guys. Like, posting up your paycheck, that might seem like kind of a dickhead move, but I just think it, like, the proof's in the pudding, guys, and for me to show y'all that this shit's, like, we're getting a real fucking income off of this, and it's amazing, and I'm not, like, scared to show you guys that. And the income's only going to keep going up because this product is changing so many people's lives. Of course, as always, there's a disclaimer that I got to say that's like, you're not guaranteed to make any money off this opportunity, and I can't guarantee that the product's going to do anything for you. But documentation beats conversation every time, guys. So yeah, I think this morning's been a really fun episode, man. We were on here for about 30 minutes. I really like keeping these cup of truths between like 20, 30 minutes because people that don't catch it on the way to work can listen to it on the drive home. I think it's 30 minutes is like pretty solid. We typically get a pretty good like conversation going too. I mean, I got 15 comments on here. I wish I could see more than 4. Yeah, Mia, she is so big now. Like, she's getting, and beautiful too. I mean, she's got so much of her mother in her and me. Like, I think it's funny when people are like, she's so adorable. She looks just like you. And I'm like, oh, thank you. Appreciate it. But yeah, guys, as always. Oh, wait, Piper. Before I do the closing out, do you want to come talk to him real quick?
Daddy,
Yeah.
I hurt myself in one of these parts.
Do you want to come talk to him really quick?
Yeah.
All right, come talk to him. I promised her a little bit of time, so hey, we got 2 new people on right now. I'm gonna let my daughter close this out, and then yeah, that's gonna be this morning's episode. What do you want to tell them, Piper? What kind of advice would you give people? You got to say it loud.
Okay.
Do you want to tell them what we say every night before bed? We say these words or lines and phrases every night before sleep. Hey, no, stay right here really quick and help me repeat this. Say, I am positive.
I am positive.
Say it loud.
I am positive.
Say, I am love.
I am love.
I am here for a reason.
I'm here for a reason.
I'm here to do good.
I'm here to do good.
I will be happy.
I will be happy.
I am super intelligent.
And I'm super intelligent.
I'm not scared.
I'm not scared.
I'm brave.
I'm brave.
All right? We say, there's always a different variation of those, but it's just like, I think having her repeat that every single day is going to do wonders for her self-esteem. And guys, that's what it's all about, self-esteem, self-confidence. You are the only thing holding you back, I promise you. Like, stay up. We're all we have. So, like, let's build some shit together, man. Like, let's do some cool stuff. Like, I don't know. D-Truth. I do know, actually. That's one thing that I need to stop saying so much is I don't know. Because I do know. I have a fucking clue. All right? One thing I've always been praised on is my common sense. And I feel like I can understand that. I do have yeah. I love you guys. Stay up.